I've always drawn, painted, but really just got going in 1990, around 1990. So it's a driven thing, it's something I have to do. I like the ambiguous, I enjoy the sort of presenting things, making people look at what I do and figure out what they're looking at for themselves. I went on a course at the Attenborough Centre with where Alan Kane was one of the tutors, and he was very influential in my thinking and my work. he made this profound, for me, was a profound comment, which was that when you make a painting or make a piece of art, the viewer completes the work. And I thought, wow, that's actually it's dead right. The concept of the macro and the micros is something that Graham and I have in common. That first came to me when I did a lot of travelling to the Far East, looking at desert, looking at places from an aircraft, and just seeing how you get this sort of fractal pattern everywhere, that you can see something from a distance and it actually looks very different but also very similar to when you're looking at something very close up. So I really like that. I'm very aware that these days there's so much imagery about, there's so much visual stuff for people to see, and it's just trying to do something that's a little bit, probably like everybody else, trying to do something that's a little bit different, makes people stop and want to look at it. I met Diane in 1998. It was then the Richard Attenborough Centre put on a 2-year course. It was something that was beyond the classes that they were doing there. 19 other people on the course, one of whom was Diane. Towards the end of the course, we got a lot out of it. So we formed G8. Then I had an exhibition at the Attenborough Centre of aerial photography that I'd done, and I invited Graham to come along. I put to the G8 artists that it might be a good idea if Graham joined, and cutting a long story short, he did. And G8 artists then evolved to what is now just the 3 of us. This last year I saw some paintings on some work that had been done on social media which really interested me, and I couldn't see how he was able to achieve the effect that he was getting. Experimented with the effects you get when you overlay paint of different densities, and there is a scientific technique, a name for the technique. It's called the Rayleigh effect. I thought I need to find out more about this and how to do it. Tried a few things and completely didn't work at all. Realised there was much more to it than just pouring heavy paint onto light paint, and spent this last year experimenting, fine-tuning, trying different things, failing, succeeding, and ending up where it is now. Actually, I really warmed to it, and I like the idea of people, process and pattern, and that sort of links a lot of what interests me together. We could then choose articles, items from the museum archives in an exhibition environment, an art environment, rather than just saying, here's some museum stuff, isn't it nice? The work I've produced, I can see in it influences based on the artifacts and the machinery that I've seen. I like the idea of the production and the whole thing being there's a production process going on, which includes pattern, it includes people, and there's a process involved.